One thing that I have learned, and the one really big missing link, because I get a lot of students that come to me that have went and paid a lot of money for other real estate coaching programs, but they never did a deal. They spent all this money watching videos and going to trainings and being taught how to be a real estate investor, but then they never bought a deal. And they come to me because my program actually is called a partner-free partnership. So what I do is I will partner with you on your first deal as if I was a partner. I act as if I was a partner, but I don't take any of the profits. So I'm kind of like a silent partner holding your hand through the whole process to make sure you're successful, but I don't take any of the profits. So that's where my program is different.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Real Estate Pro Show. I'm your host, Erika, and today I'm excited to be joined by Dyan Nielsen. She's been crushing it in the investing space for over a decade. Dyan, it's awesome to have you on the show.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here, and it's actually over 3 decades.
My goodness. Well, our listeners are going to love all the experience that you have to offer, and I know I'm really pumped up about it. So let's jump on in, Dyan. For our audience who doesn't know you yet, give us the rundown. How did you get started in investing?
Absolutely. I am I stumbled into it when I was just 24 years old and bought a property that needed complete rehab. I mean, it needed to be gutted down to the studs. There was nothing left but a frame, and I knew nothing. I knew nothing. We knew nothing. I was pregnant with our first child, and my now ex-husband and I bought this property, and we had no fear. When you're young, you have no fear. You just dive in and you do. And we completely rehabbed that property and sold it within 6 months, and I was hooked. That was it. I knew that I wanted to be in the real estate space. And from that moment forward, I actually was also became a mortgage originator, a real estate broker, and kept fixing and flipping. And that really just became a way of life.
Yeah, that's really cool. Well, yeah, you said 3 decades, so that all checks out. Dyan, what is your main focus these days, and which markets are you operating in?
Sure. I'm mainly in the Scottsdale, Arizona. That's where we do our personal fix and flips. I have a business partner, and we predominantly have an area that we work ourselves, and we do. Our goal this year is to do 10. And again, we don't do a lot of properties per year because we do high-end flips that we reimagine from the ground up. And so our goal is about 10 a year. And then the rest of my time is really spent working with my students. I have a program, Flip to Freedom, where I help people to find their freedom through real estate investing and teach them how to flip to freedom.
That's awesome, Diane. And with your program, do you have any exciting stories to share for how it's changed people and what they've learned from it?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Absolutely. I have, I started working, coaching and working with students about 10 years ago. So over that time, I've had literally many students who have quit their jobs and are that then just become real estate investors. I've worked with a lot of single moms because I was a single mom, and I worked with a lot of single moms and helping them to, get to a point where they can take care of their families through real estate investing. And currently, I have several students that are kind of in the process now of getting their projects done and getting them sold as well.
That's exciting. And when it comes to the coaching, Diane, what would you say is like the biggest hurdle people have where like the coaching really helps them level up?
Absolutely. You know, one thing that I have learned, and the one really big missing link, because I get a lot of students that come to me that have went and paid a lot of money for other real estate coaching programs, but they never did a deal. They spent all this money watching videos and going to trainings and being taught how to be a real estate investor, but then they never bought a deal. And they come to me because my program actually is called a partner-free partnership. So what I do is I will partner with you on your first deal as if I was a partner. I act as if I was a partner, but I don't take any of the profits. So I'm kind of like a silent partner holding your hand through the whole process to make sure you're successful, but I don't take any of the profits. Where most programs, they just teach you the concepts, right? Here's what you do, here's what you look out for. But then when it comes time to take action and buy that first property, people get froze. Like, is this the right one? I don't know. Am I analyzing this correctly? Do I really know what I'm doing? And if you don't have that person to hold your hand through that first project to make sure it's successful, you don't take action. So that's where my program is different. I get people into action, and I get them into action because I take away the fear of taking action because they get the partner-free partnership, so they know that they have a safety net to make sure that they're not going to make any mistakes.
That's really cool. I haven't heard of something like that before, Diane. Would you say that it's, the way you work with them, that it's a more gradual process for them to become more independent with their deals? Or is that like that first deal is, that the springboard for the rest of their deals independently?
Absolutely, absolutely. Once you walk somebody through one complete deal, and you're basically there, just like I said, is their safety net to make sure that they're making the right choices. That gives them the confidence that they can do this on their own. And there are other, programs out there where you can partner with the trainer or the coach, and they will make the decisions with you or for you, but then you split the profits in that deal with them, right? So in a lot of cases, you pay $30,000 for a program, and then they will split the deal with you. So they'll coach you, but then when you sell that property, you have to give them half the profit, right? And I looked at this and said, that's not what I want to do. I want to legitimately help people without taking their profits.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Because the only way that somebody's going to have the confidence to do it again is if they're doing it, they get to see the rewards of the money at the end of that deal to be able to say, okay, I can do this. I can do this. But they need the safety net. Just watching videos on how to analyze a property, how to buy a property, where to find a property isn't enough to give somebody the confidence to go out and actually put their name on a purchase agreement and buy one.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And Diane, with your coaching, do you find that there's a lot of similar misconceptions or struggles that people have when they're new to the game?
Absolutely, absolutely. Some of those would be kind of what we talked about a little while ago, which is when's the right time to buy? Right? They go, they get a program, they read up on how to be a real estate investor, and then they start hearing from everybody around them. Now is not the time. Don't buy real estate now. They don't know when is the right time. And as we talked about, the right time is now, always the right time to buy real estate. The key is, what do you pay for it? And knowing in each market, whether the market's up, down, sideways, what do you pay for that real estate? So knowing when to buy, knowing what to buy. And then I think where I see a lot of people I work with really struggle is where to put the money in the deal. Where do you put the money? Where are you going to get the money in return? And I see too many people that don't have the mentorship put the money in the wrong places in the deal. Put money where they shouldn't. If it doesn't make it sell faster or sell for more money, don't do it. That's the baseline of it. But then knowing, do I put the money, I got $10,000 to spend, do I put it in the backyard or do I build a fence? What do I do with that? What's going to give me the biggest return? And I think that's one of the big things that people really, really struggle with.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Diane, with running your coaching and helping people with their first deal and doing your own flips, how do you balance it all? You got any tips for people?
Well, for me, I look at it and I tell my kids too, this is a lifestyle. It's not a job. I love what I do, and it really is kind of a lifestyle. I've never looked at this as a job or something I have to do. I wake up every morning excited to, reimagine a new property and to, help the students that I work with. So it it's a lot, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it.
Yeah, let's talk some more about the different flips that you've done. It's so cool how you reimagine properties, from, the ground up. Can you talk more about what your process is like with that?
Like said, I have kind of a little corridor area that I work in. And one thing I will tell people is find your niche area. Find your niche area and work that area. Keep working that area and just stay focused on that area because that is so, so important. It helps you. You're going to get people wanting, the hard money lenders are going to lend more to you if they know that you're niching down and you're working in a specific area. So that's really, really important. And we go in and we look at properties that are completely, completely outdated or just in disarray. We don't do just it needs some, paint and flooring and we put it back on the market. We go in and we literally touch everything.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Most of the homes that we do are 1960s, because we're in an area of Scottsdale where these homes are mainly the 1960s, and most of them haven't been touched since the 1970s. So you can imagine the colors throughout the entire house, right? And it can be anywhere from just taking it completely. Usually, I mean, we're in a lot of cases, we're down to the studs in a lot of these homes, just getting some of the old stuff out and getting the new stuff out, or new stuff in. Plus, part of it is, if you really want to work in the high-end market in old homes like this, you have to go in and you have to be able to look at that home and go, what do I need to add or change to give this home a wow so that I can get what is top of the market in this area? And usually that is adding bathrooms, adding bedrooms. Different parts of the country are different too. Here in Arizona, one of the most important things is a backyard where when you walk out in that backyard, you feel like you're on vacation. That is huge here. Now, I'm originally from Minnesota. That didn't matter there. So, because most of the time it's under snow, so backyards weren't so important. But here, you have to put a significant amount of money into the backyard to make sure it feels like they're on vacation. But everything, literally everything gets touched. Even the walls that you're not moving get touched. Everything gets reskim coated with the sheetrock so that the paint is smooth as glass. It has to feel like new construction when you walk in, even though it's a 60s house.
Yeah, yeah, that's really interesting. Do you feel like there's certain things that people might miss when they're doing a luxury build? You know, like you talked about how in your market that you need to do that the outdoor work is really important, the yard. But in general, do you feel like there's like certain key components to doing a luxury renovation?
There's Yes, I am noticing with just some of the people that I'm working with so for example, with my students, I go in, right, and I'll look at one of their projects and find the things that they've missed that they need to correct before it goes on the market. And it's little things. It's a lot of times it's little things, but what people don't realize is those little things can really hinder what you get for the home. For example, you go in and if you don't swap out all the outlets to new, fresh, clean, modern style outlets, just little things like that can make a huge difference. I had one person I was working with, and they had a beautiful, huge backyard, and they just poured rock over the whole yard and just left it rock. And that you can't do that. You cannot do that here in this market. Again, that's market specific. There are certain areas that have certain things. You really do have to touch everything. You have to walk in and it has to look and feel and smell like a new construction home if you really want to get the top of the market.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And Diane, with all the flips that you've done over the years, was there ever a project that got a little hairy? Maybe you had to completely pivot what you were doing?
Um, there's always projects where you pivot in some way, right? For example, I have one I'm working on right now that we were going to do an addition. And then the timeline, we looked at the timeline and went, you know what? It's just timeline wise not going to make sense to do the addition. So I had to pivot and I had to figure out a different location in the house excuse me, a different location in the house to put the laundry room. Just little things like that. Like, okay, since we're not doing the addition, now this isn't going to fit here. Where can I make it work where it's not going to take away from the value of this home? So you get a lot of little things like that where you think you're going to go one direction, and then you get in, you go, for whatever reason, we're not going to go this direction anymore. And how do we quickly pivot, get it done so we can get to market?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Diane, as I'm sure you know, relationships are so important in this industry. For you personally, was there anything along your journey, maybe a networking group, a mentor, some relationship that made all the difference for you?
I think we all have people we meet throughout our lives. I think one of the things for me that was pivotal really wasn't so much on the investing side, because again, I started doing this before there was people teaching you how to do it. so so I kind of, I learned as I grew, but I did have somebody that was a real estate broker who basically came to me and said, if you're going to keep doing what you're doing, you have to have your real estate license. And this was 25 years ago. You have to have your real estate license, and you're going to go get it. And sent me to go get my real estate license so that I could manage all aspects of the transactions. So that was really kind of pivotal for me. Just having that control and just getting that push, right? Because I'm like, oh, I don't need to do that. And he's like, no, you need to do that if you want to grow this and you want to learn. And that definitely made a huge difference for me. Now, do you need to have a real estate license to be a real estate investor? Absolutely not. My path was different. I was going in a different direction when it comes to real estate investing because I wanted to grow it to a different level, and I actually grew it to a really different level. And I owned a real estate and mortgage company for a long time as well. So
Yeah. Diane, what would you say is next on the future? You got your coaching program, which is so awesome. You're doing your flips. What's next?
So my business partner and I, our company is D2 Legacy. It's Dawn and Diane, D2 Legacy, and that is our real estate investing company. And she also has a wealth management company. She's a financial planner. And her and we're doing an event in November 6th and 7th. It's called the Wealthy 360. And that's really kind of what's next and what we're planning for. And we're really excited to do that event. People are going to come in, and they're not only going to get an entire wealth plan done for them, but they are going to learn from me on how to gain income through real estate investing.
That's really awesome. Diane, it was so awesome having you on the show today. If someone wants to connect with you, learn more about what you're doing, or they need coaching help, how should they reach out to you?
Absolutely. They can call me. My phone number. Well, I'm trying to think. Would that be the easiest way? Actually, probably the email is the easiest way. So let's do that. The email, they can call me at Dyan. It's DYAN at DyanNielsen.com. DYANNIELSEN.com. So Dyan at DyanNielsen.com.
Great. Diane, thank you so much for dropping all this knowledge today and helping others with their own success.
Thank you for having me.
And for everyone listening, if you got value from this episode, make sure that you're subscribed to the Real Estate Pro Show. We've got more episodes lined up with operators like Diane who are out there building incredible real estate businesses. We'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.